Hello, hello. I've arrived. Artist, archivist, future man, and tonight. Let's see, what would the... Dungeoneering chef. There we go. You can call me Tiberius Vanderfield. Hello. Hello. So, Arknights, Dungeon Meshi. Yes, the crossover begins today. Yeah, I had some business come up, so I wasn't able to get streaming as early as I would have liked, but we are here. But yes, so, not a whole lot to be said before we get started. Yes, just as a reminder, for the bulk of this week and as much of next week as is necessary, until such time as the event is clear, this will be our main focus, even more so than Arknights usually is. So we will be playing through, the event basically every stream. I think I'm still gonna do a Guilty Gear stream on Friday, perhaps, but yes. So today, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you can expect some more Arknights. Yeah, historically, it's taken roughly 6 or 7 streams to get through an event. But yes. So, we should be able to get this done with before too long, before the end of the event at the very least. But yes, currently aiming to have it done before next Thursday, the 20th, because that, again, is the day that Atelier Yumiya comes out, and I also wish to play that. But yes, so, beyond that, let's see, anything else to be said? Not that I can think of. So yes, so the schedule, yes, tomorrow, and yes, the Tuesday and Saturday stream, you can expect to be at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. The Thursday and Friday stream, you can expect to be at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. And other than that, I think that should cover us. So yes, so it is the start of a new streaming year, but not a whole lot else to, or not a whole lot, has changed in the immediate, 2 days, well, 1 day even, since I last streamed. But yes, anyway, so, I am excited to get into this, so let's get into this. Yes, so, Arknights. We're going to lead with some rolling. Yeah, I did kind of forget that this event was coming up, and I ended up spending more of my Originite. Let's see, it's not Originite Prime. What is it? Arundums, right. Yes, I ended up spending more of my Arundums than I meant to on the previous banner. So I'm a little bit low, but we've had pretty good fortune so far in getting limited characters. So, let's see if that holds up. Alright, so we've got a 5-star.
Hi.
So that'll be
Spot
something.
From Operation Reserve Team A6. My job is to protect the other
Spot, click, keyword. I don't imagine we'll probably be getting anything too exciting before we get to the end of this particular batch.
Surgery and internal medicine.
Cutter. Just an ordinary mercenary. I have neuropathy, so I'm looking to trade my skills for treatment. Hope this blade's good enough to get things done for you. Yeah, that's about it.
First time hearing this line from Cutter in English. I've heard it quite a few times in Japanese. Yeah. So,
Captain of
we're,
Reserve Team
let's see,
A6. Reporting in.
maybe 2 away from the 5-star? Maybe more than that, I'm not sure. I wasn't counting.
I'm Cruz.
We're more than 2 away.
A geology scholar and
Unfortunate.
caster reporting in. I work 8 hours each day. Make me work any more and you'll have to pay me extra.
I do love Earth Spirit's introductory line. Most of the other operators are very excited to be
契約書
here.
は見せてもらったよ。内容はちゃんとしてるし、待遇だって悪くない。前払いでなら喜んで協力してやろう。悪く思うなよ。こういうのは先にはっきりさせといた方がお互いのためだからな。
All right.
そうだろ。
Yes, we have indeed gotten one of the new characters. So yes, another person here who is very, very straight to the point when it comes to their employment. Yes. So, I think we'll do one more roll, but I'm not going to linger any longer than that. Oop. Yeah, one more 10 roll. Yes, you get another 10 roll ticket on the 8th day of the event. Oh, alright, so we do have a 6-star here. And another 5-star, so we might have the whole gang.
Reserve
Since
of
she
Team
accepted.
A6 catapult reporting in. Hey,
Yes.
I can tell
So you
you're
get
hella
another
different from
10
that
roll
stuffy old
at
bit.
the 8th day
I
of the
mean,
event. I was
that
going to wait to
Steve,
do most of my
our
rolling until
instructor,
after that,
Doberman, right?
but if we're going to get everyone in one swoop anyway, 2 swoops I suppose.
おでんこですお時間があったら
Alright,
Hello,
we're
I'm
1 away I
James.
think.
I like relaxing work environments.
Again, I wasn't actually
And
counting,
an
but,
employer who knows.
you know, estimation.
向こうに帰る方法を一緒に探してくれるんだよね。ありがとう。それで私の仲間たちってみんな根はいい人だから、変なことをやらかしちゃっても、多めに見てもらえると嬉しいな。
Alright, Marcial, looking promising.
はじめまして、ドクター。アリアと申します。
Alright, will we get the full crew?
インディゴ
Again,
と申
since
し
she
ます。
accepted, because he is the free operator for this event.
Hello! I've never been in such a big mobile facility before. I'm so excited. Mary.
Alright. Nearly there.
カサのチャンネルへようこそ。
And
今ふと気づいたんだが、実は君も魔物料理に興味があるのでは？このミートボールは砂蒸しとハリの実で作ったんだが、食べてみないか？
very nice. Alright.
Hi.
Yes.
Spot
So,
Operation
with that,
Reserve
I'm
Team
pretty
A6.
satisfied with these results,
My
and we
job
need
is
to
to
do no
protect
more
the other-
rolling. Very good.
My name is Plume, formerly of the Pontifica Cohort's
Yes,
Lateran.
again, I will
I
be
will
using
be your
the
sword and
free
your
10
wings.
roll that I get, but I'm not too interested in doing any more. Alright, very good, very good. Yeah, I remember I was looking at the little profiles that they put out to introduce each of the characters on the Twitter. They introduce each of the characters as being, you know, the such and such, whatever their role is, of Laios's party. And it always amused me the fact that they also felt the need to point out the fact that Laios is the leader of Laios's party, which they referred to as Laios's party. Anyway, so, with that, we are all set for Delicious on Terra. So, don't have a whole lot, don't know really anything going into this. I saw that there was another little sort of introduction to some of the mechanics. I know that there's going to be mechanics for gathering food and the need to eat and things like that during some of these stages and whatnot. But yes, I understand that Keabe is involved in this in some capacity. He's back in the background there, if nothing else. But yes, I feel as our Rhodes Island's resident eater of whatever you put in front of her, and also resident RPG protagonist, he feels very appropriate to be involved in an event such as this. But yes, so, for those of you who aren't aware, yes, Delicious in Dungeon, or Dungeon Meshi, is a manga and anime series, yes, very much inspired by old school Dungeons and Dragons and type RPGs. Yes, with a focus on, you know, the main characters as a party traveling through a dungeon, collecting ingredients from playing monsters and whatnot. But yes, it's a series that I'm a fan of. I haven't gotten too far into it with my habitual procrastination on finishing reading or watching anything, but I'm excited. I don't know if there's going to be any spoilers in this necessarily, so we'll see how it treats us. I might get spoiled, you might get spoiled, but I'm not going to stop and put this on hold. Now, let us get into things. I don't know where to go to start this. Alright, not the dungeon diner. Monster Gourmand? I don't think so. Alright, this definitely isn't it. I do like the Keobe. I like the suggestion that she has drawn all of this herself. Yes. Healthy market? No. Alright, where do we go to engage the combat? I guess maybe Alright, so this isn't it. Is this? No. Unless I clicked... No, I didn't misclick. I think this is the first time that I've been unable to find how to get into the actual event. Yeah, definitely not Dungeon Diner, because this is the event checklist. I would assume that the stages are, like, playable, yeah? That would be weird if they weren't. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. It doesn't have the usual icons for, yeah, the stages, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Okay. Originium Slug Ranch. What's a place like this doing in the middle of the dungeon? Rumbling tummies. Before serving, operators gradually lose increasing amounts of HP. Really big pot. Defeat edible enemies to add them to the pot and fill your operators' bellies. Alright, so, I imagine this will be our introduction to this. And so, I have not prepared the squad in any capacity for this event. But, given Keobe, I imagine we're given what we have seen, I assume Keobe is involved, so we're going to add her. So yeah, I'm gonna shuffle things around a little bit. Yes, I know that there's an English dub of the Dungeon Meshi anime. I wonder if the characters have an English dub of their own. Yes, Laios. Of course, the first person we've got to add to the party has to be Laios. It is Laios' party, after all, led by Laios. So I do see there is an icon there, but it doesn't indicate any... Yeah, it doesn't let me click on it to change anything. So I guess we just have the one voice actor, which is fine. Yeah. Alright, so... So yes, the first member of Laios' party is of course Laios. Then we'll add... Marcial.
魔術書に杖、それから杖の修理道具も。準備万端。いつでも出発できるよ。
And I didn't see what type of operator... Didn't see what type of operator Chilchuck is. If I had to guess, I'd either say sniper or specialist. Alright, so he's not a specialist, it seems like. Yes. I already looked at sniper, but I'm going to look again just in case I missed anything. Doesn't look like I did. Vanguard, perhaps? Yes. Okay. Alright. So, next up, we're going to add Keobe. I don't know in what capacity she is involved in this event, but we're going to have her on the team regardless.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
Yes. So, let's look over our Dungeon Meshi characters real quick. So, Laios is a guard. He is a Dreadnought guard, so pretty much a regular guard. But yes, his passive, or his skill starting out, Cowardly Kensuke. So yes, this is his sword. When HP is above 75%, gains Vigor effect of plus 25% attack. The first time a leader enemy appears on the field, Laios cannot attack for 15 seconds. So yes, so as long as you're taking care of Laios, he should be pretty strong. Yeah, it says that he can't attack, but that doesn't mean that he can't block necessarily. Yes, it says passive 15 seconds, so does that mean it activates when he is deployed and then ceases to be active? In which case he wouldn't be that strong, I suppose. Alright. So yeah, Laios, Marcial. I suppose the real exciting things are going to happen once we get into their upgraded skills, but we'll see what they have for right now. Marcial is a splash caster. He is also the top student in the Magic School's history. Skills use mana and can be activated at any time. Mana does not recover naturally, recovers 1 point per second when not on the field. When having mana, attack plus 10%, attacks have an increased splash area. So yes, so 80, okay, so she uses 25 mana, or no. Oh, okay. So wait, does it? I'd assume that the skill points icon would be representing mana, but I'm not sure about that now. Yes, after chanting for a short time, activates the skill, consumes 2 mana each every attack, and attack plus 40% if there are no operators within range, heals allied operators instead. Because yeah, the 25 would imply to me that it starts out with 25 skill points and requires 80. But that wouldn't... Yeah, I'm not sure how that interacts with the mana mechanic. That's interesting. Yeah, again... It's giving me an icon as though there were a choice here, but there doesn't seem to be one. And then, for Chilchuck... Yes. So, he is a agent. So yes, so like... Cantabile, whom we've seen, I think, once, maybe? But yes, he's an agent, so he will get DP every time he attacks after he is deployed, as I recall. But yes, has reduced, or no, was that? I think that was a feature of Cantabile, specifically. Okay, so yeah, Lockpick. Stops attacking after skill ends, obtain 1 to 7 DP randomly. Okay, so it's got a fairly... Yeah, it lasts for 3 seconds, so... It's a intermittent DP gain. It seems to have a relatively low cooldown, which I suppose is to make up for the fact that it doesn't have a tremendously consistent effect. And so yes, as we promote them, we will get more of their abilities, I suppose. Anyway, so Chilchuck's going to be our vanguard, or at least one of our vanguards. I think for the other, you might as well go with Myrtle, because she's very reliable. I do kind of want to go with Ponsyrus, because I like Ponsyrus. And... no, we'll go with Myrtle.
There's a mission?
I might rethink it.
I want to go!
Alright, so... We've got 2 casters, so I think we should probably be pretty set for arch damage, unless we encounter a lot of high defense enemies. But even with high defense enemies, K of A is kind of set for that. Yeah, I say that as though all casters are not, you know, intended to disrupt enemies with high defense, but... Yeah, more specifically, she would be good for... especially good against high defense enemies, because she does damage based on enemies' defense. Okay, so yes, so next up we need some medics. I don't think we need to think about this too much. Let's just grab a few.
Ready whenever.
Console, and let's see, Hibiscus. I know I've got another outfit for Hibiscus. I don't remember if we've ever seen that. I feel like I used to use this as sort of the primary outfit for her. I think I switched off of it for the playthrough, but we'll put it back on.
I won't fail you. I will protect
Pretty standard
everyone.
setup. And let's see. I guess we'll need at least 1 defender. Probably not going to put in 2 because we do have Senshi coming up. It'll be a little while before we get Senshi, but I feel like Gummy is a very apt character given the event.
Gummy, ready to go.
Hibiscus is perhaps the least apt that we could have put on the team, but so yes. So we've got, let's see, could use more blocking, I think, more guards. I kind of want to keep using Quartz, but I do also want to try out new characters. Maybe not necessarily new, but at least characters that I haven't used much. We haven't used Blazes at all. You know, she was relevant to that last event, or the last storyline. Let's give Blaze a try.
Time for combat? Count me in.
Alright, I'll leave one spot open again for Senshi. You know, I don't use specialists or supporters very often, so we might try a few more of them. I don't really have a plan, necessarily, but we'll figure something out, I'm sure. Who do we want to use? I've mentioned using Ethan a lot, but I don't think I've ever actually used him. So let's try out Ethan.
Right before your eyes. No, you're exaggerating. Definitely.
Yes, Ethan can do some AoE arts damage, or AoE physical and arts damage. I don't know if he has a whole lot else that he does, at least not at this level of promotion. And as for supporters, really don't have a whole lot that are very well equipped, honestly. Because again, I simply do not use them very much. I've also wanted to use Roberta for a while, so we'll try her out. We'll go with her second skill.
Should I go with eyeshadow palette 3001 or perhaps 3002?
Yes, I think we'll go with this. And again, a slot is open. Alright, let us begin. Laios, run! The moment she was swallowed whole by the red dragon, my sister Fallen teleported the rest of us out of the dungeon with her magic. Our belongings and travel funds were all left behind. However, we had no choice but to venture into the dungeon again to rescue Fallen before she's digested. On our way, we tried eating the monsters we killed to feed ourselves. It's been tough, but thanks to that, we met new friends, solved all kinds of problems, and learned many new things about the dungeon. But, just as we were venturing deeper, thinking all was going well, we seemed to have found ourselves in a new predicament. So yeah, so this does seem to diverge from the Delicious in Dungeon timeline at a time before I've reached in the story. Fallen! Oh. Just a dream. You're finally awake, Laios. How are you feeling? Still dizzy? Not really, but now that you mention it, I am feeling a little hungry. Where are we? This isn't your average everyday dungeon. The sky, the sun, the woods, and... looks like somewhere outside the dungeon, right? But no, it's not. None of us recognize this place at all. Not me, not Senshi, not even Chilchuk. And look, I've been getting no response at all. I've tried several times, but the spirits aren't responding to me. That's strange. Senshi, what are you doing? Been examining the soil here. Look, the soil's moist, deep in color, starts to smell when you rub it in your palms. It means it's got a lot of organic matter packed in there. Meaning? Meaning it's just perfect for planting. Aye, just like the soil in the back of a golem. Who cares? Pipe down, Marcial, you spook the birds. Well, I have good news and bad news. First, we've checked our surroundings and haven't come across any monsters. This place should be safe. What about the good news? That was the good news. So what's the bad news? The bad news is this place is huge, and nothing like any environment I'm familiar with. From a high vantage point, I could tell we're on the edge of a forest. Never seen anywhere like this in the first 5 floors, and haven't heard about anything like it either. Which means... Could it be that the dungeon has changed shape? Never seen any of those birds before. Strange. An area of the dungeon? Looks more like a whole different place to me. Could this be similar to being inside one of those paintings? You were brought to another world? Does that mean we'll get to see monsters no one's ever seen before? And if we're lucky, to taste them too? Do you even realize what you're saying? Our top priority is saving Fallen, not wasting our time in whatever this place is. And there's one other thing I should mention. I've tried several times now, but I'm only able to use simple magic here. That could be an issue. What's more? There's more? Something's off about the forest in this clearing here. As if someone opened up the soil for planting things. I'm quite familiar with methods like that. You don't care about my magic getting weaker at all, do you? Come to think of it, I did spot some strange wooden hut outside the forest. Maybe there are people living here? Let's head there and ask around, see if we can learn anything. Don't change the subject. Strange wooden hut? Let's go check it out. Hey! Once again, Marcial gets very little respect. She's respected in her field, but not necessarily in this field. We need to be more cautious. We know nothing about this place. Who knows what's inside? We might even encounter hostile demi-humans. I suggest you let me go first to... Hey! The hut's not big, but it's got plenty of fencing. The stakes are all planted firmly into the ground, too. Nice and steady. The part above the ground are obviously short. Most folks could climb over them, no problem. I guess they go deep to keep animals inside from digging their way out. I'm also seeing some black rocks scattered all over. Some kind of marker, maybe? Hey, stop running around like that. What if it's dangerous? Kensuke? Kensuke reacts to monsters nearby. Does that mean... Huh? I told you not to run around. It moves. There's something squishy under the rock. Is it some kind of insect monster that uses rocks as its shell? So the shell is used for both protection and offense? Hey, don't just stand around and watch. Take care of it already. Its hard outer shell is more than enough protection for its abdomen. It covers the neck, too, which usually has a lot of nerves. It wouldn't be easy to kill it with just our weapons. Marcial, use your magic. Keep it as weak as you can. We don't want to harm the environment here. Don't worry, I can't cast anything stronger than this right now anyway. As weak as walking mushrooms. So it is a new type of monster. You alright, Marcial? How did its attacks feel? I'm fine, thanks for worrying about me. What a hard shell. You don't often see shells made of minerals. What about the rest of it? Flips the Originium slug around with his axe. What? What? What is it like? Stay back. Don't lay a finger on it when we don't even know the first thing about it. Critters that crawl on the ground usually live off of decomposing organic matter, so they're likely to be full of bacteria and parasites. You couldn't get infected just by touching it. Boy, you don't even know the half of it. That's true. Kensuke, we found the slug already. Is there something else? More slugs. Hold on. The rocks around us have all come to life. In that case, we'll just have to take them all down. How's this? Watch out. Seems like they're coming all kinds. Some can spew some sort of fluid. Careful, it seems to be corrosive. Wow, they can spit corrosive fluids? You're excited about that right now? I don't think I can do much damage to these guys. They're all yours. Quick, we'll hide inside this hut. Uh-oh. What? What the heck? Senshi, do you know this orc all decked out in armor? All the orcs I know tend to dress pretty lightly. He must be the owner of the hut. Should I ask? Ask? Ask what? Let's run for it. Senshi, put me down already. A beautiful moment. Team bonding. Incredible. Is he chasing us? What is he anyway? Is he really an orc? You sure you don't need me to go and ask? Why are you people so curious about that? He was obviously bent on slaughtering us all with that strange massive blade. We definitely angered him. Yeah, probably with your explosion magic. Why don't you try apologizing? I'm not apologizing to an orc. And how are we supposed to chase off the rock slugs without magic? So this is a new place we've never been to. There's so many things to do here. For the last time, Senshi, I know how to run. Put me down already. Hey! Never read anything about this in books either. This is so cool. Laios. Okay, there we go. So yes, that individual is a little bit familiar to me. We'll see if we go more into detail on him later. But
Us
for now,
frontline breachers have high standards. Try to keep up.
all right, slugs. Yeah, so these ones are harmless, which means that these are probably the ones that we would want to see about eating. Oh, well, they're not that harmless, it looks like.
Ready to heal.
This was, maybe, yeah, ill-conceived. Okay, so they're harmless insofar as they don't directly cause problems for us, I suppose. Okay, so I can see that Marcial is generating mana. Again, I don't really know the specifics on how this mechanic works.
I'll pay attention to how much force I use.
I realize we've organized our forces a little bit
This place could use some heat.
less than ideal here, I think.
Ooh, almost done.
Let's get some healing going.
My blood's only gonna make this place hotter.
Alright, so we're getting ready to start cooking. Oh, these slugs. Okay, Blaze does not quite have enough in her to take out the slugs on her own, it seems
My
like.
blood's only gonna make this place hotter.
Well, let's see what Marcial is capable of. Quite a bit, in fact. Orc Chieftain, a burly orc wearing mysterious armor. Weapon, oh. Well. Alright, we definitely Wait, what? Oh. Probably it was some sort of explosive slug. Unfortunate. Let's see. So the modeler gives defense, right?
These real bastards brought Abby and Conrad down to lipstick enclosure! My
So.
blood's only gonna make this place hotter!
We'll deploy Lyos.
は肉食の魔物の糞がないか確かめよう。
Oh, well. Alright, so we have lost to the slugs, unfortunately.
We sustained injuries. I need to get the wounded to the rear. Cover
So
me.
yes, so what on earth happened that made us explode? Yes, okay, so there was an infused Originium slug. I missed it completely. Alright. Yeah, so it looks like they do have some information about this individual. Alright, so, now, knowing what we know, let's try to make this a little bit cleaner. So the slugs are going to be an issue, possibly.
Just wait for us to get back, Doctor!
I guess, what am I going to do to get these slugs to... yeah.
Ready to heal!
Okay, so a skill activates... yeah, it just goes. Okay. This was probably the worst possible location we could have put Chilchuck. Oh well.
この辺りの地形は迷宮内とはまるで違うな。
Even the biggest...
I don't know if Ethan would necessarily be a good pick for here, but we might as well try. Yeah, because the thing is, when these slugs get too low health, they're just going to leave, which is not great for us. Yeah, that's just not beneficial. Okay, yes, Chilchuck is not long for this world, sadly. We've got an infused Originium slug coming our way. So... Oh, and we've got slugs going on the top row as well. Blaze it is, then. Chainsaw versus chainsaw.
These real... Originium slug and this smiling friend!
Alright. So, we've definitely got a less than ideal setup here.
Here's something yummy for you!
Especially because I don't think Blaze is gonna... yeah. I don't think Blaze is gonna stand up to our large orc friend. 30% attack. Okay.
Awaiting your orders.
Anyone hungry?
Alright, so it looks like the orc chieftain is dealt with. We do have a lot of infused slugs coming our way, which is definitely going to be very bad. And I don't know that we're going to survive their existence, but... not a lot of range on Marcial. So... I think that our right-hand side is probably going to be fine, so let's... Okay, we're not doing too bad. Okay, so these slugs are definitely not quite on par with some of the ones that we encountered before. So it does seem that probably Kensuke is perpetually active, because Lyos has definitely been on the field for more than 15 seconds. But yes, I think the 15 seconds would probably be... What would that be then? That's it. This is also a familiar environment. I still think something about this doesn't add up. Lyos, is this really the time for that? Who knows when that orc will catch up to us? Don't you have even a little sense of danger? This is uncharted territory. Nothing we know about the dungeon is going to help us here. Didn't expect the slugs to have totally different habits and levels of aggressiveness just for having different shells. Why were they working with that creature as strong as an orc? Are the slugs really intelligent enough to be tamed? Shh, pipe down, the orc is here. He's coming. What the? Why is he attacking the slugs? Are they not on the same side? Is he attacking everything around him indiscriminately? Hold on, I have an idea. What are you up to this time? Hi. What? Hi. I've had enough of this. If we're doing this, let's do it now. Marcial, wait! I'm not going to get myself killed here by some orc. Olin is still waiting for me to save her. Huh? Huh? Kill? Why would I kill you? Do I look that scary? Cut it out. Hey, watch out. That's the last of them. It's always a pain when they start running around all over the place. I knew it. You're not a violent brute who attacks indiscriminately. You just wanted to take care of the slugs for us. What? It's your first time here. No wonder. You see, I own this little ranch here, and I built these huts with my friends. Took us a whole lot of work just to keep the Originium slugs under control. You can call me Big Bob. You look like a bunch of wandering vagrants. The wastes are a dangerous place. You ought to rest up here. Excuse me, vagrants? We're adventurers. Is there a difference? Of course there is. So they're called Originium slugs. You're kidding me. You've never heard of Originium slugs? Oh, we haven't introduced ourselves yet, have we? I'm Laios, this is Senshi, the newest member of the party, and this is Marcial, a mage, and this is Chilchuck, the locksmith. Now that I take a look, you're all dressed kind of funny. Are you actors from Rankwood? What's that? Never mind. Bet you wouldn't get it even if I explained. Anyway, most folks would know to stay away when they see so many slugs in one place. Why'd you come anyway? They thought you were intruders. So, you raised these slugs here. That's incredible. This place is nothing. There are plenty of those little guys here. Rather than making enemies out of them in the wastes, I figured I'd try putting them to use. They always get more active this time of year. That's why I came out to the hut. Didn't expect to find you folks walking up and leading them away, though. So I had no other choice but to knock them all out one by one and drag them back in. Sorry about that. It's okay. Yes, we will see how the story of Big Bob begins in a different event. So, anyway, you mean that they're raised on a farm and therefore are edible? Huh? Are you crazy? Do I have to remind you that they were trying to kill us just now? And this isn't the time to learn about local cuisines. We need to... We do eat Originium slugs, though. Really? They don't exactly look like something you'd want to eat. Maybe they have some kind of unique flavor then? Not quite. Rather than flavor, it's more like, you should try them out yourselves. I'll whip something up for you. I can help. Huh? What? Eat what? These slugs? No! No, no! No! Clean the pot, Big Bob. I'd love to see how you cook the slugs. Great. Thanks. First things first. The slugs we just caught can't be eaten right away. Gotta flip them over and keep them in water for 5 days to starve them. Keeps their digestive tracts clean. What? You're saying we need to wait 5 days for this? You'd starve first. Luckily, I already prepared some earlier. Make sure you wear gloves. Boil them in water. That'll shrink the meat and make them easier to shell. Why can't you just fry it off as is? Because this is the way we can clean out all the mucus inside. Just blanch them in the boiling water briefly and take them out. After that, we'll take the shell off and give the meat a rinse. See the mucus? Just like slimes. What's that? What? You haven't heard of slimes? Slimes, like the super common monster on the upper levels of the dungeon? So, once you remove the meat, you keep heating the shells in the water. Hey, don't just ignore me. As for the meat, there's still lots of mucus right now. We'll squeeze some lemons on them, then rub it hard with salt and flour to get all the mucus off. Remove all the organs, take this membrane, and rinse it a total of 5 times. So, we can't eat the organs or the membrane. Feel free to give it a try if you don't feel like waking up to see the sun tomorrow. Hey, were you actually planning to eat this before you heard that? A delicate cleaning process. Even I am not familiar with many ingredients that need to be prepared like this. They're Originium slugs. That makes them far more dangerous than most animals out there. There's no skipping this step. Ones I breed on my ranch may be raised in a controlled environment, but even they need to have their innards cleaned. If you run into any wild ones, don't even try to cook them. You could wash those slugs dozens of times and they still wouldn't be safe to eat. Looks like a huge pain. Can we pick up the pace, please? No, ingredients like these need to be handled carefully. After this step, we'll add some aromatic herbs to the water, like those thorny branches and leaves over there, and boil the slug in it again. More boiling? What's the rush, long ears? That's how you get rid of the earthy scent and tenderize the meat. If you don't mind the smell, though, we can skip the aromatics. Please continue. Let's add as many chilies as we can. They'll be so spicy you'll feel like you can breathe fire. And then, more firewood. Keep those flames high. After that, we're pretty much done. Slice the meat, fry up a few more side ingredients, mix them up and start stir-frying. As soon as the meat starts to curl, it's done. Any longer and it'll be too dry. Remember, as soon as the meat starts to curl. Oops, skipped a step. We should have drizzled some Originium slug beer onto the meat. No need for that. This is more than perfect as it is. Let's just dig in already, then we can get back on the road. No need to waste more time on any extra steps. If you say so. Not my problem. Well then, the stir-fried chili Originium slug is done. Hey, Big Beard, what are you doing? Let me try something. These shells have been cleaned, right? Yeah. What is he up to? Who knows? We'll put the cleaned slug meat back into the shells, mince some garlic, and add a little butter, salt, and pepper. And of course, don't forget the missing step, drizzle the meat in some Originium slug beer. Then, add a bit of minced garlic at the shell's openings. And finally, put the shells back in the fire facing upwards and roast them for a while. Flames lick the Originium slug shells and give it an intense wheat aroma. The oil sizzles as the warm scent of the garlic wafts towards the party. Then, there is a light, joyful sound. It's ready. Now, hurry and take them out. I've got pancakes ready too. Come on, let's eat. Alright, will we get an illustration? Yes! Yes, we will. Nice. Perfect. This really... Oh. I was gonna say, this really is the Dungeon Meshi experience. Excellent. Beautiful. I love this event. Okay. Yeah, we're good. I was worrying there that I might have missed some dialogue or something by accident, but no, we're good. Delicious! Put the meat on the bread and bite into it with the chilies. Then take a sip of beer. Try it. Here, try the pancakes. I added some foul beast eggs. You'll love it. Guaranteed. Is that colorful stuff on top crushed candies? It's sweet. Fine, I'll try it too. What's this? Originium slug antennae. Wow. So good. I like the chewy texture, but way too spicy. It's very different from Senshi's cooking, but still good. With the beer, the roast slug doesn't have that earthy taste at all, unlike the stir-fry. I knew it. Result is always better when you don't cut corners. Rushing will do you no good. No matter how minor a step it is, we must take it carefully. That's what's so fascinating about cooking. Marcille, how anxious you were made me realize this. Hey, I wasn't. I'm not the kind of person who throws caution to the wind when I'm anxious. I'm only so worried because none of you seem to be. It's like none of you even want to get back as soon as possible. This beer is awesome. Got a different malty taste to it, too. Unlike anything I've ever had. Well, that's good to hear. I was planning to bottle and sell it, so I brewed a couple batches. Sounds like I'll be raking in the dough. Originium Slug beer. Is it brewed with the slugs? How does that work? There are many ways. If you raise them in clean wheat husks, from the moment they're born, the husks will stick to them. Eventually they'll form shells that keep the smell. And if you mix up those shells into your brew's hops, this beer is what you'll get. A few other places do it differently, say feeding the slugs hops and using their mucus in the brew. I'm sure it'd taste different, but I like my brews the best. The same goes for the pancakes you just had. Give those shiny little fellas some fruit and their shells will end up sweet. I guess I can relax now that I know there's a market for my beer. All of this is just so good. Anyway, I think Marcille's been so anxious because we kind of stumbled our way into this place by accident. To be frank, most of what you guys have said has gone right over my head. Never mind, I guess we'll have to look elsewhere for answers. Well, everyone gets homesick. I know that much at least. But I've never met anyone who knows as little as you guys. It's not safe traveling like that. Take these with you. Pardon. Let me take a sip. Sip. Big Bob quickly packs up some prepared slug meat and beer and hands them over to Laios, along with a book. Laios flips through the book and finds it filled with crooked, illegible letters. What's this? That's my Bob's Gourmet Guide. I wrote down everything I've seen and whether it's edible or not. Take it. You seem surprised by even the littlest thing, so just follow what it says in the book. Don't starve or get yourselves food poisoning. Seems like this is right up Laios' alley. I can picture the expression on his face without even looking. Oh, right. I also know this place that has, a lot of eccentric people. I'm sure they'd be able to help you get home. I mean, they even got that red-eyed woman on a leash. If anyone can handle this, it's them. Really? What's that place called? Rhodes Island. They've been opening branch offices in even the most remote villages. You should be able to find them pretty easily. Okay, Rhodes Island. Got it. A strange name for an island. Does that mean we'll need to board a ship? If you do manage to find it, remember to say hello to Mudrock for me. Yes, we do have a little bit of Arknight spoilers here, but oh well. Like I said, the events can have some, yeah. I wasn't quite sure when this event was taking place in the Dungeon Meshi timeline going into it, and I wasn't quite sure when it was taking place in the Arknights timeline. But it takes place after at least 2 events that we'll be seeing somewhere down the line. So, not a problem. Alright then, I hope you'll find them soon. Thanks, big guy. What an interesting bunch. I sure hope they'll find that dungeon soon. Now, back to work. What happened to the rest of the food? Did they finish all of it? I think I have an idea who might have been behind that. Yep. Cooked Originium Slug. Yummy!
All you need is a little big bump pow, and they're done.
All right. Very good. But yes, not a whole lot of progress in this first stream, but it is time to wrap up, and so wrap up we shall. Actually, let's look at the Keabe's flavorful doodles. Yes. So, cookware. I don't think there's anything new to be found here. I did see that there was something new here. Mr. Bob. Yes. Sluggy long legs. Originium slugs have legs too? Looks really meaty but shrinks when cooked, so you have to eat a ton of them to get full. Also a huge pain to eat. Originium slug. Normal Originium slug. Kind of sluggy that's everywhere. Huge pain to cook. You've got to chop these bits off and those bits off, and and all you have left is a tiny bit. The first person to ever eat it must have been starving really bad. No, not this. Yes, glad that Keabe is opposed to eating Bob. We like Bob here. Super cool mister who can chainsaw stuff and make beer and keep tons of sluggies and cook. I don't know what's his real job. And then, exploding sluggy. You gotta be really careful preparing this sluggy because it'll explode right under your nose. The rump's actually edible, and it's spicy. But yes, it seems that all of the creatures that we'll encounter in this event will be recorded in this tome. Extra yummy. Interesting. Alright, so yes. So, that's all we had time for, like I was saying. So, didn't mean to go to the break there. So, thank you for joining me tonight. It has been a pleasure, and I'm definitely looking forward to more of this adventure. But yeah, given the length of the cutscene there, it could be that this will take a little bit longer than expected, but it could just be that the cutscene was particularly long because it's, introducing us to a new world, essentially. Yes, it is introducing us to the world of Dungeon Meshi, and it is introducing those from Dungeon Meshi, both, readers and viewers of Dungeon Meshi, as well as the characters from Dungeon Meshi, to the world of Arknights. Yes, so. Yes, as usual, if anyone has any raid suggestions, I would be delighted to hear them. If not, I can find a target on my own, and in the meantime, we'll be going over the schedule. So tonight has been Arknights. Tomorrow will be Arknights. Thursday will be Arknights. And Friday, I'm thinking will be Guilty Gear still. I do still want to have a little bit of variety in our streaming diet here. Then Saturday will be Arknights. Tuesday and Saturday streams you can expect to be at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And then the Thursday and Friday streams you can expect to be around 9 p.m. Central Time. Though again, I will try to get those started earlier if at all possible, which it definitely should be. But yes, once again, until such time as the event is clear, Arknights will remain our primary focus. Yeah, the event will keep going on for another 2 weeks here, so we're not exactly pressed for time. I am hoping to get it done before the 20th, because again, that is when Atelier Yumiya is coming out, and I want to start playing that as well. But if we don't, then probably we're just going to have to start Yumiya and then put it on hold for a little bit. But yes, so if we don't get the event done by then Yumiya will be our bit of variety that week, I suppose. But yes, one way or the other though, we almost certainly will have it done by the time that the event is over. Because even if we complete one stage per day, I'm sure we can manage. And we should complete more than one per day, I imagine. But yes, so with that, not seeing any raid suggestions. So, tonight I think we're going to go and visit Physicist, who is playing some Super Mario 64, it looks like. Yes, Physicist, the Brain in the Jar VTuber. We visited them quite a bit, I think. Yes. Yeah, anyway, so, if you are a long-term viewer, you probably have seen Physicist before. But one way or the other, I'm sure you will enjoy your trip. So yes, so, raid Physicist. The customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. And so yes, once again, I would like to thank you all for being here. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, again, I would encourage you, if you have enjoyed this, to engage with the video in some capacity. It really does make a big difference. And so yes, I appreciate any and all comments, any and all chat, and it's just a delight to have you all around. So yes, so, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you have had a fine night. I hope that you will continue to have a fine night every night. And I hope that you'll be well until the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Let us get this raid underway.